What up, Wichita? Welcome to the Wichita Dinner Table. This is episode 55, I believe. Tonight is Wednesday, August 20th. We did some pre-record episodes, so it's been a long time. We have the whole gang back together. We got DJ Carbon.
What is good? ICT. Good to be back, baby.
We got Troy Trussell, Live Local.
What is up, Wichita?
We're going out of order for a particular reason. We got the Kansas Gastronomist.
I don't like change.
It's happening. Change is actually going to be the theme of today's discussion.
Oh,
and then we have Annette Lawless.
Hello, good evening, guys.
So, the big news. We got big news this week. Annette, you are back. You're back in the fold.
Yeah, back in local TV, baby. Cha-ching, we've arrived.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
so exciting. It's
So the
been
new
all
chapter
what they
begins.
want.
Yeah,
the new
it's the
chapter
weekend.
started. How are
Yes.
you? How you feeling?
Pretty good. So, I mean, this past year, all sorts of things, but I think it's been a very positive year, and I'm so thrilled that I've been working behind the scenes. I don't think people realize this, behind the scenes at Channel 12 this past year. I haven't been able to tell people about that, but now I get to do things on air. So it's been fun supporting our staff and our young reporters and our seasoned reporters and all of the above, and to work with my husband and all these just different layers of things. So it's now coming together, and I think it's nice to celebrate. So yay, thank you guys.
Very
And people
cool.
you guys have been so great. Like everyone's just been amazing. So love it.
So you posted the video on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and within, I feel like minutes, like thousands of likes, the comments and everything, and it was an awesome video. I know,
Thank you.
TKG sent it over to me, and I hadn't had a chance to watch it, but by the time he sent it to me, I watched it. I'm like, man, it's like a motion picture.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I feel like
Yes.
this past year has been a motion picture, like in life. So you had to, we've lived a lot and we've done a lot of fun stuff. So why not share? So
For sure.
So your first day out in the public or whatever was Monday, is that right?
yes. So working on stuff Monday, and I have lots of stories that I've been I don't know, because like all the legality of stuff or whatever, it's just TV is weird. Welcome to my world. But no, I'm focusing on a bunch of different stuff. I'm a part of our investigative team at the station. So it's kind of natural because I like cold cases and missing people and that sort of thing. So it sort of fits like my repertoire, I guess. And then I also love just really fun, feel good stuff. And you're going to love some of the stuff that we have on deck here. I think the dinner table specifically will love it. So it's going to be good.
Let's go.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So
Yeah.
how does I've got a question. I've always actually meant to ask you because I've seen you post or you've done stories. So I guess posted stories about scams and things like that. Obviously, you've got the missing persons. You just mentioned feel good stories. Obviously, scams are not feel good stories. Like what are the different types of stories? And maybe you can't say, I don't know, but I'm just curious where you're going to be going.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if I can say what is going to happen in the coming weeks, but we have some big stuff happening here at the station, and I think it's really going to maybe change the landscape of local news. So it's kind of exciting to be a part of that and to know that, we're kind of thinking ahead and being creative with our content and trying to give people like something that's not just a repeat, because I feel like I love local news anywhere, but it's just like there's so many hours of it and stations keep adding all this stuff, and I'm like, it's just the same thing, like regurgitated. And I'm hoping that I'm going to help push against that and make us craft stuff that's a little more original. So that's a part of my mission here at KWCH. We'll see what happens. But I still like this past year, it's nice, this company that owns the station, it's called Gray Television, and they own WIBW, so it's a Topeka's CBS affiliate. And I've been doing stuff for them part-time throughout this past year, and I'll keep doing some reports for them too. So they are a very, very well-respected team up there. So now I'm a part of two really just amazing teams. It's really cool.
So, is there like rust, like being off TV and then getting back on TV, like say like reading off a teleprompter or whatever it might be? Like, does it take a while to get back in form?
I hope not. You know
No,
what I
man, it's
mean?
just like Ron Burgundy.
I think yeah, well, indeed it is. So no, I think I'm a little fearful of that. Like I will say, our general manager here, who happens to be the general manager for the Topeka station too, he wanted to make sure like I didn't get rusty or whatever. Not that I would, but he's like, I want to make sure like you're not bored because I've been working here behind the scenes. I can't do stuff on TV this past year, and he's like, well, you can turn some stuff for Topeka, and keep doing what you do. And I'm like, sure. So turning news reports with them has been helpful because I've been reading off the teleprompter and different things. So that's really nice to exercise that skill set. But I hope it's not going to be too bad because I will be anchoring more in the future. And you do read a lot from the teleprompter. But I think a big part of a news anchor, like those people who sit behind the desk, is being able to just work on the fly. And I feel like that's a good skill I have. So we'll see. Yeah.
As long as no one puts a question mark on the teleprompter.
I know. Don't do it. Don't do it. One time I had a producer I worked with who put something bad in the prompter and they did it as a joke, but I'm like, don't. I'm like, of course, you're smart, but some people may not be that smart. So they might be the Ron Burgundies and get in trouble.
It's
That's right.
like, and this is Annette Lawless.
This is
I
why
love
you
that.
guys can't be in control. You can't write the scripts because you guys would totally trick me.
We've just been here to keep you
I'm all
sharp
about
over
the
this
pranks.
past year. We're here for it.
Well, yeah, you guys keeping me on my toes. No, I love this. This dinner table has been like of all the things, really the biggest blessing. Like I was looking at our first episode, and I'm sorry, Carbon, that you weren't there for the very first one. Dang it! But hey, we both were guests, and we got kept, so that's cool. No, I was looking at that first episode, and I'm like, gosh, I don't know what Eddie had all planned or whatever for leading into the dinner table, but I mean, I was on this show like almost right after I had ended things with my last job, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, it's just such a surreal thing to look at and to see that growth. So it was a
I
good
need
show.
to go
then,
back to
too.
watch episode 1. I haven't
Yeah.
watched episode 1 in probably a year.
Oh,
I
it's
randomly
a short
ran
one.
into it.
Yeah, it's a short
Yeah.
one, so it's not too bad. If you're just looking for 25 minutes of your time, there you go.
I had to watch it with my eyes closed.
You
I was like,
did?
oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
no.
like, oh. Well, there just was so many, like, nothing to do with any of us necessarily, but just it was the first time, and like
Yeah.
I had never used this microphone, and
Yeah.
there were some audio issues, and
That
it
was a
just
disaster.
caused the flow not to be as good.
Sure. No, I
So
thought
my
it was
question
great. So
to Troy, TKG, and Carbon: do you pronounce it KWCH or Kwitch?
Oh,
KWCH.
KWCH.
yeah, dude.
All
Wait,
letters.
how did you say it?
Kwitch.
Kwitch.
K-Witch? Who the hell says
Annette,
K-Witch?
have you ever heard that before, Annette?
Sounds like
Yeah.
a street drug.
I
Yeah.
say it both ways, but they kind of have like in recent years they've rebranded to be called 12 News. I don't know what's all behind the branding with TV stations. All of them kind of do something different. But yeah, KWCH is what I don't know.
Kwitch sounds like a big sandwich you would get at
Yeah.
Jumbo's or something.
Sounds like slang for a street drug.
Well, that's
Oh, man.
it's not an
K-Witch.
accurate pronunciation. It's KWCH. How can you pronounce that K-Witch? Nobody would.
If someone gave you the letters WCH, like how do you pronounce this? And you can't just say the letters. How would
Yeah.
you pronounce it?
No, I get it. It's just,
I would tell them. I would tell them it's impossible.
Or you
you
pronounce
need a
it
vowel,
Quitch.
dude.
Instead of Kwitch, why isn't it Quitch?
Quitch.
Which
Ooh.
Quacha, Quacha. I like Quacha, and that just started at Quacha.
Like, have you ever heard the joke? Like, like what do you call a fish with no eyes? Yeah. So Kwitch
Yeah.
would be
Good.
Quitch, Quitch.
I got a
Moving
question.
on.
Hey, can
Moving on.
I ask Annette like a real
Yeah.
question?
Last question.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
No. This is softball. And I'm sure you probably have mentioned it before, but I probably unbeknownst to most people, I really do actually pay attention to the news quite a bit. I subscribe to a lot of stuff. Who's your favorite or one of your favorites? Like, who's your inspiration as far as news anchors, I'm thinking about obviously like Cronkite, Russer, you like some of these old school folks, like maybe they're editorialists or whatever, but like, do you have a few? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, like I would like walking into my journalism career. I was actually a political science major. I had planned to go to like law school, that sort of route, but then I deviated into TV and radio and all these things. I don't think like walking into it, I had like, oh, I want to be Diane Sawyer or something like that. Nothing like that. I just wanted to tell good stories. I'd say through the years, like Steve Hartman, CBS. So like, if you ever watch his On the Road series, so good, and I love it because it can be just run of the mill people, lighthearted, just happy. It just makes you feel, I don't know, like kids watch it. Like my son, like his school, they'll watch that stuff every week when he produces his stuff on like the Sunday evening news or whatever. So that kind of stuff to me is really good. But
You went to a robot. Did she go
oh, I
robot on
did.
anybody?
Yes.
Did I go
So
robot?
what are your thoughts on that, TKG?
Do
You like them?
I agreed with everything she said.
Can you hear me now?
You're
Oh,
back to perfect.
So
Okay.
the
whole
moment you said your
Okay.
last sentence, everything cleared up like magically.
We'll see how this records. No, I
I
was
just have
saying,
to,
yeah, what's up?
I don't know, I just got to watch Troy. I'm like, is it just me or is it everyone? And I can see the look on Troy's face
laugh.
to figure out. I'm like, we need like a signal, like, okay, in the bottom corner, I'm going to hold something up if I can't hear things.
You need to scratch your head if you
Yeah.
can't hear. If
Is it just me? Is it
if
just
someone's
me?
like getting robotic, you need like to scratch the left side of your head.
Yeah.
Just pull on your ear.
I'm a
What
technology
all I heard was
failure.
Annette say
Yeah.
how much she looked up to TKG and his newscasting. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
You'll just
So
have
they're
to
like-
tune into the episode to catch it all again.
And that, so
I
yeah, when you
know.
start speaking, you go, and then like you said whatever, and then it went immediately robotic, and then at the very end you go, and you said your last sentence, and it cleared up like immediately.
This is perfect.
So
time.
we're gonna have to wait till the live airing of the episode to see who the inspirations are.
It's a mystery.
Maybe
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I don't even know if I want to answer it, so because that's even better. Leave the mystery there
We're going to be in suspense.
We're gonna tune in
No.
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
and learn together. No, I was saying Steve Hartman on the road again, or on the road. Sorry, not on the road. Like he's a CBS News correspondent. Does just amazing feature storytelling. So good. I love like Newsmax. I love like Dateline and 60 Minutes and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Oh,
like.
yeah.
True
Absolutely.
crime documentary. I mean, I don't want people to die, but I want to hear their stories. And so, yeah, that's definitely inspiration for me. So we'll see.
Aside
There might
from
be more
Annette.
of that to come here. We'll see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Aside from Annette, you can't say the name Annette. Carbon, Troy, TKG, like who are your favorite like or memorable newscasters, news personalities that stick out in your mind? Because I have one for me.
Well, I wouldn't. I outside of local, I would say I mentioned him already. Tim Russer, who hosted NBC Meet the Press for 25 years or something, and it's an hour-long interview where he would just drill in on all the things. I mean, you can't be stupid and watch it, frankly.
I've never really watched a lot of news, even local news. But I do remember, like, I rarely missed an episode of David Letterman when he was on TV.
Yeah.
I know he's not news; he's a late night show, but I mean that was kind of news to me, I guess, because I didn't really
I
care.
mean, it's pop culture and current
Right.
events.
Current
Yeah.
events. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
So it wasn't like your news station or whatever, because I still to this day don't really get into much of that. I do podcasts now, but yeah. So David Letterman never missed an episode. Probably.
Yeah, I can't think of like a broadcast news that really stands out beyond any else. I'd say as far as in a similar vein, kind of my favorite interviewer of all time, who did a lot of interviews for a lot of stations, would be Nardwar, the human serviette. If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's okay. He's a crazy Canadian that is literally does the best interviews and research, and the way he connects with people is
Yeah.
nothing short of amazing. But he's you can tell he's one that does his homework, but he's definitely a favorite of mine. But yeah, trying to think of I would watch the news, but I wasn't ever invested
Yeah.
in it. You know what I mean? And I have people
Yeah.
I follow on socials, but I don't have like the standard, sit down and watch the evening news at 6 was never really a thing for me. Especially now, cord disconnected. I don't have that. I feel like, my parents certainly did. They knew who, I remember seeing Connie Chung and our local, the local guys, but I never really had that experience. I would tune in, but it would kind of be background, but I never had that relationship where at this time I tune into the news and I see my anchors on this station. That was just never quite a thing.
It's crazy because like my parents always had the news on at home. Like 6
For sure.
o'clock news, the news is on. 10 o'clock, it's on. So a lot of local people is all I knew. And I mean, I know Troy and Carbon and TKG, not know exactly from Wichita, but the two goats for me is one, Larry Hatterberg. Because like I grew up watching Hatterberg's People, and I just love those stories. I mean, as a kid,
It's
just
so
like
good.
see him go out in the community, it was so great. And then number two is a meteorologist. He's retired. It's Merrill Teller.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I love
so
that.
Merrill and Larry are the two. Like
Meryl's good.
as a kid, I wanted to be like Merrill Teller. Then I realized I don't want to go to school for that.
Man, did you see like his photos back in like the 80s? He had the big old fro and stuff.
Yeah.
Just so funny. I love it. Good. The two excellent people right there. We have a lot of good here. But when you guys say, and I hear this often, and it concerns me in some ways, but doesn't, when people are like, I don't watch the news. And I mean, like, you know what? Like, if I weren't a part of the news industry, I probably wouldn't either. But I'm hoping like this industry will keep evolving to be relevant and finding ways like to satisfy people through whether it's a podcast that Troy likes or some sort of whatever that you all like to enjoy. I mean, that's to me, you got to think ahead to those type of things. Some places, some journalists right now and other stations across the country are doing that. They're very groundbreaking and very cool with what they create. And I'm hoping, because I really do feel good about this team here, because I've worked with them before. I used to work at Channel 12 very early in my career, and it was so special then. I really wanted to be on air here then, and the opportunity, it never happened. So to get that invite to come back and like now making it a reality is like beyond cool. And I want to make sure like it leaves the best impression for our generation, like our people who are consuming news different, but we can find a way. We may not be on Letterman, but we'll find a way to get into your ear somehow.
And you got to break new ground. I mean, I cut my cord almost over 20 years ago. I mean, I've not had cable or a broadcast antenna for 20 years. I have one for emergencies, but it doesn't work the best. But yeah, it's just not how I consume TV these days. So it's definitely a challenge, and I think I'm probably one of the older ones on the spectrum. But a lot of younger than me had never experienced regular TV, cable, etc. I mean, and I know, like my son, he has cable only because it's a part of his apartment complex. Otherwise, he's like, I wouldn't pay. I don't watch. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's a new challenge.
There's
That's cool.
I think yeah, there's so much change in how news stations tell their stories, and I think the old way of doing things is kind of like maybe in the past a little bit. I mean, as is like younger generation gets older, they want to like digest their information differently, whether it's like podcasts or whatnot. Like one thing that sticks out to me is there's a meteorologist. I want to say he's out in either LA or Houston. He includes, I don't know if you've seen him on Instagram or TikTok, he includes like rap lyrics and lyrics from songs.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that guy?
Yeah.
He's super talented and it's so catchy. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's some people who will make fun of that, but I think that, you know what, if you find your way to get in there, like there's some people on news that are like TikTok, influencer, viral kind of people. And I'm like, but hey, they're getting into this space that we've never been able to. Let them.
Yep. Get your hook.
So we could talk about, I mean, I'm pretty confident all you guys know me well enough to know I could talk about this all day long. I mean, for weeks. But like, what you're describing, Eddie, I agree with. That's like a way to stay relevant. But I think there's something much bigger going on but one of those things, there is not an appreciation for local news, investigative journalism, which is what I appreciate about Annette. There's an obsession with not even international. Most of these people, I'm sorry, they don't know shit about international. They are obsessed with what's going on in DC or some random event in some random city that is a random act. They have no clue what day of the week city council meets. They have no clue what the freaking agenda is. And I think that the news, and Annette may not want to comment, but I think they're struggling. This is why I give news shit a lot, is they're trying to figure out, how do we stay relevant? How do we market, make money? And so they're trying these different things like, hey, this is a celebrity's birthday. And I'm saying, like, the stuff Annette's doing, like this investigative journalism, this is what's going on that impacts you guys. The downtown construction, whatever. I mean, I think that we as a people are just so obsessed with what's going on in DC, we don't pay attention to it. I don't know. I'll get off my high horse.
No,
I agree with you. It's difficult, though. I mean, even in our state, I mean, with each of us and what we do, sometimes the things we might consider a throwaway post have the most traction, and then you're like, wait, should I try and repeat that? You know, I mean, it's the nature of the beast with the algorithm and how things are consumed. It's not necessarily what you try to create that gets the most traction sometimes, and then you're like, wait, do I need to respond to how that worked? And it's a tough line to walk, for sure.
I think a lot of it's also just the credibility, authenticity, and just what's the intention behind someone's post. I think Troy, you mentioned it maybe a couple weeks ago with Annette. Now she posts, like, she'll touch upon a lot of topics, but you're giving the facts.
Yeah.
And Troy, what was it you said?
I was saying, like, she doesn't pick one side of the aisle. She kind of goes down the middle and talks facts. Like, here, I'm reporting the facts. Now, y'all, like, people just blow up the comments on whatever side of the aisle they're on. You know, and like I was saying, you can't even tell where Annette stands politically, which is great because that's good for journalism, right? Here's the facts. Now let's talk about what's going on there. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah. Did y'all see, kind of side, like, some good journalism? I feel like I love print. I mean, I saw TKG, you put a post up, you got your subscription to the Eagle. They appreciate that. They have a good team of people there. It's just people need to buy papers, right, to go and feed their families. But did y'all see Dion's, like, column from this past week about the HOA? Yes. Oh my God. In East Wichita, this HOA to fill people in. There's just supposed shady stuff going on, like board members on the HOA, like this one lady got on the board and then they pushed her out saying, oh, we're going to make the board smaller. She is a former Wichita State University police officer, and also, I would say, a whistleblower for different stuff in Kansas. And so she started digging into what's going on with this HOA, finding out that they're paying HOA board members, which they're not supposed to, paying them to, like, they're like double dipping with services. They'll pay someone to maintain the pool for the neighborhood, but also paying someone on the board to maintain the pool or something along those lines with the neighborhood. It's just really fascinating. And granted, they might have been doing different things than the pool service. I don't know. I haven't dove into this one. I am looking into it though. But it's just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so wild. But that kind of thing, like, I told Dion, I'm like, I know this is a column. And so obviously, I mean, he put a lot of facts into this thing, but I'm like, I want to see more of that too. Like, I thought that was so good. I'm like, Dish, I'm going to see this.
So my buddy made a shirt, and I'm going to print them off on my Cricut. If you guys need one, it just said defund the HOA, and I'm making a t-shirt. So,
well, my husband's on our HOA board, and I mean, they don't function like that. But I mean, like, that HOA board sounds like they have a lot of messy stuff going on. It sounds like it, but I don't know. Fascinating.
That's right, though. I get your point, Annette.
All right. We're ready to discuss upcoming events?
Do it.
I guess.
All right. Besides Annette's debut on Kwitch, Kwitch, what do you want to call it? We got a lot going on this week.
Kwitcha.
Yeah, Kwitcha. August 21st, Thursday. Concerts at the corner over at Mark Arts. This week, it's Rudy Love Jr. in the Encore. Doors open at 6:30. You're free to hang out on the Great Lawn, bring your blankets, chairs. You can also check out the art galleries. It's free to attend. Funky Monkey Munchies will be on hand there, along with exclusive mobile
Yeah.
bar. So it's going to be a cool event outdoors. Hopefully the weather holds up. Then the next day, August 26th, Riverflix is back at Exploration Place at 6 p.m. The airing will be Mulan. Has anybody seen the Disney movie Mulan? I have never seen that one.
I don't
Oh
think
my
it's-
The original, is it? Did they redo that one too?
I feel like they've redone
did
so many.
they?
I've lost
That's what I'm
track.
saying. I think
Like
that
a
one has
live
been redone.
action?
I haven't seen the. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think
It
they-
was.
Yeah.
It was.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
actually really like that movie.
The original I love. I just have not seen the redo.
I probably know every song on that soundtrack. Believe it
It's
No
or
the
not.
way.
original.
Wow,
Let's hear
learning
it.
something new about
Mulan.
TKG every day. Wow,
Give
did not
us
see that
a
one
quick,
coming.
like 8 bars. real
Hey, you
quick.
know what? I don't think you guys. I love women empowerment. I might be the only dude that like goes
You're a
around
Spice
saying
Girl.
and not caring. Like, dude, I freaking love Mulan, man.
Here
She was
for it.
You don't
badass.
strike me as a Disney fan, TKG.
I'm not a Disney fan. I'm a Mulan fan.
Ah,
You like?
that's so sweet.
Okay. I mean, given it's like an Asian Disney character, I feel bad I've never seen it. I need to.
Me too.
Maybe that'll be my list to do. I know.
What the hell, guys? What the
Wow.
hell?
All right. Well, speaking of Asian heritage, Saturday, August 23rd, it's the Vietnamese night market at 3441 East Harry Street. This is like basically across the street from All Saints Church. I went to the first one last month. There's vendors, live music, obviously the food, which really brings the crowd. I feel like any event in Wichita that deals with like Asian food, Vietnamese food, whatever cuisine, it draws a lot of people.
So
And
good.
this was no different. They had a ton of new vendors I've never heard of that were there, along with like some popular ones. So that's worth checking out. Also on this Saturday, I can't believe it's been 10 years for Central Standard Brewing. They're
Amen.
doing a block party starting at noon. It runs all night. There'll be
Nice.
music, food, just good vibes, good times. And
That's
then
awesome.
Sunday, it is the second annual Rosé Fest at Bubbles Champagne Bar. It's time to rosé all day at Bubbles, dress in your pinkest attire. It's required, they said, and sip your way through 20 plus rosés from crisp sparkling to lush still pours.
Ooh,
I feel like I have a headache thinking about all drinking 20 different rosés.
Man,
that's
those
a lot.
sham bombs have gotten me once or twice in the past.
Yeah.
I got to add two more to the list. Sorry, I'm jumping in late. Friday at a Carousel, we're doing a 90s themed adult skate. We're going all 90s. I'm going to be in the building there. And then on Saturday, friends of the show, Twister City Harley Davidson, they're having their Angel Bash. So I will be on the site hosting that. So we're going to see who's going to be the Angels for the next year. Live music, all kinds of fun stuff going on Saturday as well.
What are the Angels?
Yeah, what is
The
this
Angels,
angel?
those are the representatives for Twister City. So they do the calendar
Twister
shoot
Girls.
and all this stuff. They're
Ah.
basically all the promo for Harley Davidson for Twister City. So they have their own squad of gals that are present for every event, do some of their community stuff, do all the events, do the photo shoots for the calendar, kind of all the promo stuff. So they pick, I forget if it's 12, I think it's 13 Angels each year. I think they have 25 to 30 that are in the contest. So they'll be walking the runway, and I'm looking forward to it. So I get to host that, and it's going to be a blast.
What does one wear to a 90s party these days? I always get confused.
Some
Like,
bright,
what should I
Saved
wear
by the
for
Bell
90s
colors.
party? I know.
Yeah, I mean,
baggy jeans.
You could go, you break out the
Jinko
Jenkos if you got them.
jeans. Yeah.
Chica's nice.
Or
A classic 90s band or hip hop act throwback t-shirt always works.
Solid.
okay.
I love it.
I would probably do the grunge route like Nirvana.
Yeah.
Butterfly
Ripped jeans
clips.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
ripped jeans.
Yeah, you need
flannel.
the ball, the chain link ball necklace or the puka shells or whatever.
Peace sign.
All right.
That'll unlock a core memory right there.
You did. I'm flipping through my Delia's magazine in my head right now. This is great.
Oh,
Oh my
trading
god.
Lisa Frank stickers.
Yes.
All right. Things in the community. So we got two openings that took place recently. One is Palateria Chihuahua over at 500 East Central. This is the former Meat Toss spot. homemade ice cream, paletas, agua frescas. I've gone twice already in the past week, and the ice cream is super creamy, super smooth. Troy, it's not too far from your office, so this is definitely
I'll
something
have
to
to
live
check it
local
out for
by.
sure. Yeah.
Was there a
And
good
then,
flavor? What flavors did you get? Hold on.
oh
What
yeah,
did you
like,
get?
we did strawberry one time, and then I did what's that flavor called? Is I had to Google it. It's like very caramel.
Vanilla.
No, no.
But they were so good, so
It was
creamy. Okay, I'm going. Adding
it
it
was
to the
a
list.
mazapon or something like that.
People just make words up, I swear.
I had to Google it. It was like
That's the
pretty
thing.
nutty in flavor. It's pretty caramel like. It was I never heard of it, and I was like, "Can I try a sample of that?" And I did, and it was great. All right, and then last thing, I want to give a shout out to a gentleman named Jared. You may have seen this post kind of go pretty viral in town. This lady walked into Tacos TJ the past week, and the POS system down, point of sale system, and so they weren't taking cards; it was just cash. She didn't have any cash on her, so she had to like leave. And as she was leaving, this guy stops. She's like, "Nope, you're gonna get tacos, TJ," and hands her $100 bill, and she orders tacos, and just went about his business. So what she did was she discreetly took a picture of him without him even noticing, posted it online, and shares after shares, comments after comments. I recognized the gentleman because he's attended many of my dinners. I actually messaged his girlfriend, and I'm like, "Hey, is this Jared?" She's like, "Sure is. He does this quite a bit. He does this always, just pays it forward to people,
That's
and
awesome.
never asks for anything in return." And this one time, it happened to go big, and now Tacos TJ thanked him by offering him free tacos for a year, so he can go in. I talked to him Sunday, and he can go in once a week and get 3 free tacos and a drink. He hasn't done it yet, but the offer's there for him. So shout out to Jared, just paying it forward in the community. Um, it was cool to see because he just did something selfless, didn't want the attention, and just happened to randomly get it.
It's awesome.
All right, up next, back after a hiatus, we got Trussell Truths, sponsored by Trussell Media.
All right. Today is National Bacon Lovers Day. Did y'all know this?
No.
No.
Not to be confused with National Bacon Day, which is actually later in the year. But today is National Bacon
So we don't
Lovers.
celebrate bacon. We celebrate the people that enjoy bacon.
Or
Yes.
dogs.
But you enjoy the bacon as a bacon lover.
No, that's
So-
Bacon Day. That's
so it
bacon.
can go, no, it can go both
Yeah,
ways.
we have to focus on the people that love the bacon. I agree with Carbon.
I don't
Yeah,
really want to put all the focus on me, though. I want to put the focus on the bacon.
That's Bacon Day.
Yeah.
It's like Veterans Memorial.
why
It's
aren't you
Bacon Day
listening
and
to
Bacon
us?
Lovers. Come on, it's two different things.
Okay, well, I'm a bacon lover. And
So let's talk about
Let's
you.
talk about you.
Yeah, let's talk about Troy.
All right. Talk about Troy Trussell and Trussell Truths.
Would you go 2 straight weeks of
completely
eating
derailed
bacon?
right
Troy?
off the bat.
What did you say, Eddie?
Would you go 2 straight weeks of eating bacon?
Ooh, I could probably do that.
That's
Like an
pretty simple.
everyday.
Yeah, every
I
day.
think a real lover would.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably
I mean,
done
you survived
that.
hot dogs.
yeah, 2
Yeah.
weeks
True.
seems like a good. Yeah, versus like a whole month. A month is a long time to eat bacon.
Do I have to cook it a certain way? Or,
No,
I mean,
or
I
a
feel like,
different
However.
way every day? Or do I just eat bacon every day?
You can eat it
Bacon
raw
every-
if you want.
like at Norton's, they have the bacon crack, which I think would be that's probably one of the best places for bacon.
Yeah, they have candied bacon that they put on a sandwich over at When Pigs Fly.
Yeah.
They have
Oh man, I missed that
bacon-
Heroes bacon. That Heroes
bacon
bacon
wrapped-
is classic.
bacon wrapped
Yeah.
wieners at Lachona or any other Mexican place you can get a wiener. It's usually bacon wrapped.
You
Put it
like
on
bacon?
top
Do you
of
like
it.
bacon bits
I do.
on your
Yeah.
salad? The imitation. I love the imitation bacon bits. Like I'll go buy. Sometimes I'll go buy like a
like a
can of
jar
it.
of them?
Yeah, and I'll eat it as a
Just raw.
snack. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that as well. Yeah, all right. 2 weeks bacon.
I'm sorry, Troy. We derailed you completely. Please.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is back to
apologize.
What's
That's a
the
great
truth behind it?
segment.
I do not apologize.
Expensive.
I think this is great. It's turned into something great. I'm going to eat bacon every day for 2 weeks.
Did you
Starting
have
tomorrow.
another point besides the truth, Troy? Did we cut you off for something?
No, it's all right. I
He's
was
over it.
I was just going to, tell you where to go get some bacon and some bacon wrapped wieners.
I think he's fine. I think what happened is me and TKG made our point that this is for the bacon lovers, not the bacon, and he's seen the light. I think
He stepped up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So from bacon lovers to life haters, what's the stick in the craw, TKG?
Well, Eddie, it's craw time, and I am so over the top tipping culture, specifically the pre-service tipping. You know, where you're behind a counter and you've received nothing but maybe a friendly hello and not the burger that you went there for in the first place. And you're asked to tip before you received any service. I don't have a problem tipping a server for a job well done after dinner, or even tipping, if I choose to, when I get to-go food when service has been rendered. Maybe we need to redefine what service means. Is service handing you a cup of coffee? What about if someone just waves at you from afar? There's got to be a line somewhere. I'm contemplating boycotting all pre-service tipping. Back to you, Eddie.
I could not agree with you more. Sorry.
Yes.
I agree.
1,000,000%. What's odd is if you get an Uber driver, you tip after the drive, right? But if you get Uber Eats, you tip before everything takes place.
I forgot that. You're right.
Really?
It's like, why is that one way and one's the other way? Yeah. Yeah, I despise pre-tipping. I do it, but I despise it because I'm like, you're already getting the good tip for not doing anything yet. And if it bombs, I'm like, man, I feel kind of ripped off now.
That's the problem when we go cashless, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I carry cash. I tip. I 95% of the time I'm tipping in cash.
Yeah.
And I'll do that after transactions are completed.
That's smart. I mean, I just feel like overall I've made jokes probably even on this show, but that at some point I'm going to go to Sephora. I'm going to find some cologne that 99% of the work was done by me. Possibly somebody came up and said, "Hey, can I help you out?" And I didn't need their help.
Right.
And then I'm going to be asked to tip. I swear, if that's going to be happening.
There's tipping
soon.
at Sephora right now?
I'm saying I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. Like, I mean, you hear the stories about, tipping your plumber, tipping, and I get appreciation. I mean, if you want to do what you want with your money, but the expectation is what I'm talking about.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Service industries that get paid very well, like say your plumber, your electrician. I do feel it's kind of weird to tip. Like I'm like, I want that price baked into what I'm paying you on your like massive per hour rate.
Yeah. I mean, you're not tipping your CPA, your lawyer, your doctor. I mean,
Yeah.
And I know that's different than, but like, how different is it if you're tipping at Starbucks? But like, I mean, seriously, what is the definition of service? What is tipping for? I mean, and then you can get into the whole debate about, whether or not the customer is subsidizing the employee's pay and whether that's okay. And then you start, but then you start going down this rabbit hole of like, well, if you, in order to stay in business, need your employees to make extra money that's not baked into the price in order to make ends meet, maybe you shouldn't have a freaking business. I mean, seriously, and if you want to talk about restaurants, don't tell me that there aren't plenty of restaurants that all serve the same thing. I mean, we can go down that too. So if you can't take care of your employees, do you really need to have the 50th of the same thing? Sorry.
All right, so that's not what's good, but what is good in Wichita? It's time to come through with something cool they've seen in the community. A shout out, something heartwarming. I'll begin. I want to give a shout out to a gentleman named Cole Thompson. He runs a group called Fortune 88 Run Club. I stopped by one of the runs this past week at Central Standard Brewing and organically created, community built. He just started from scratch one day. And I think there were between like 200 and 300 people at Central Standard that showed up, ran 3 miles around the neighborhoods, and then line out the door for beers at Central Standard. All because people want to get together and run together. So it was cool to see. It was beautiful. I know he's got some other runs. I actually reached out to him, and we're going to do a collab on another 5K in the community, just kind of get people out and active. So shout out to Cole, shout out to Fortune 88 Run Club, TKG.
I want to give a shout out to Tiffany Payton, Wichita Wagyu, Dog Treatery. And I think his name is pronounced Baba. Baba is an older dog that this past week was his last week with us. Tiffany Payton took I believe he was with Wichita Animal Action League. Or no, it's Beauties and Beast, and took this dog in to give this dog the last 1 to 2 weeks, best days of his life. And Wichita Wagyu threw a steak to the dog. Dog Treatery threw a cupcake of some kind out to the dog and to Baba. And I just thought it was so cool seeing Tiffany, Wichita Wagyu, Doug Treatery coming together to do something that matters.
Awesome. Troy.
Yeah, I want to give out a shout out to Katie Woods. She's the NBC, the National Baseball Congress director over there. And it was a couple of weeks ago, but the NBC World Series was here for a full, I think, 10 days. But it was a great experience. And a lot of work goes into that. And just want to give her a pat on the back for doing a great job. And it was a phenomenal series. And just saw that they're looking for fall and winter interns over at the NBC. So if you're interested in that, internships are open and available for people out there. So if you love baseball, be a great place to go do an internship. So,
Carbon.
Well, I got to give a shout out to you guys, but not just you guys right here, but also all of the local bloggers, newsmakers, etc. I have been pretty much on a little bit of a sabbatical from social media over these past few weeks with my wife's surgery. Kind of fell out of a lot of routines, and trying to get back into those routines is hard as hell. The path of providing information to the people locally on social media is not for everyone. Everyone's like, I could do that. Again, I don't like the influencer term, but it is what it is. But man, for you guys to stay consistent, keep doing what you do. I appreciate as a content consumer. I am here for this. Man, being a creator, week in, week out. Like I said, I kind of took some time off to handle things, and I'm like, I forgot how to do the routine. Like it's not easy. And for those of you that do it consistently and put on for the city on a daily basis with content and making sure people know and highlighting those businesses, just salute to you guys, because you're making families' whole income, making it work for them. And it's not easy. It's largely a thankless chore in many times. So, but those of you that continue to highlight, continue to celebrate, and continue to uplift those in the community, man, salute to you that keep doing it and stay with it, because it's appreciated and enjoyed, both from the people that you're supporting as well as the consumers that are seeing it.
All right. Annette, bring us home.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my shout out is just to this table and the people here at this table. It's always an honor to come and share it with you guys, because y'all mean so much to me, including though the people who are watching. So this past year, as shared here in this episode and throughout this past year, it's just been a little wild, some highs and lows, but I think definitely a lot of highs. And to get that support from you all, I just feel that love. Just the other day, we were filming a commercial for some stuff coming up here at 12 KWH, KWCH, whatever we call it. And it's exciting, but someone stopped and said, oh, when are we going to see you? And it was just so exciting to be saying, I work here now, and I am so blessed that everyone's been propping me up. And this past year, y'all have been just amazing. You make me feel so lucky.
All right. Well, Troy, Carbon, TKG, it's good to see y'all. Annette, congratulations. I know it's been a long time coming for you. Everybody's excited.
Yeah.
And everyone else at home, thank you for watching. You're always appreciated. You've all been excused from the dinner table.
Quacha.